Welcome to the boiler room. If you're anything like me, when you hear monster story, you think blood, guts, and murder. And this story has all those. But if the monster's doing these things for a good cause, are they still a monster? Let's enter the boiler room.
To call the creature a bog monster would be very fitting. Not only did it live in a bog, but it was practically a bog itself. Dead plant materials, moss, mostly, made up its entire body, which looked like green slime. It had a human skull for a head, and sharp claws on its hands. That, combined with the ability to speed across the ground like a snake, made it the perfect killing machine. The bog monster approached the Puritan cottage. He reached the door and tore it clean off its hinges. Then he slithered inside, listening for the inhabitants. Little did he know that a man with an axe and a woman with a musket were waiting for him around a corner. As soon as he went through the doorway, the man pounced. He drove his axe into the beast, sinking it all the way up to the handle. But the being didn't even flinch. It had no heart. It had no lungs. It was simply a mass of green slime. The man may as well have attacked a bog itself. The man took a step back, frightened. The bog monster reached up and tore the man's jaw off, taking the skin off his face with it. The man fell, screaming, "Monster! Monster!" The woman screamed. She aimed her gun at the creature and fired. The musket ball had no effect on him. The woman tried stabbing him with her bayonet. Again, the attack was useless. The woman dropped her musket and tried to run. The entity caught her and spun her around, then slashed her throat open with one swipe of his claws. The woman fell, choking on her own blood. The creature rammed his claws through her heart. The woman's convulsing stopped. The beastly thing heard the man groan. The creature slithered over to him, grabbed him by the hair and pulled sharply, tearing his head off his shoulders. The room fell silent. The whole floor was slick with blood. The monster looked around. He was in the kitchen of the cottage. A small strongbox was sitting on a chair nearby. "Mother? Father? Are you out there? Hello?" someone asked from inside the strongbox. The monster turned to it, shocked. The monster dexterously stuck one of his claws in the lock, then started picking it. The monster could have broken open the chest easily, but he didn't want to frighten whoever was inside. He unlocked the chest and opened it with a creak. There was a little girl inside. She had scars across her face from when her father had struck her with his belt. She gasped when she saw the monster. "Is it over? Are they gone?" the little girl asked the monster. "Yes, child," the monster replied. "Your abusive parents are dead. They will never hurt you again." He reached inside the chest and picked up the little girl. "Where will I live now?" the little girl asked. "With me," the monster replied. "Don't worry, you're in good hands." "What about the townsfolk?" the little girl asked. "What will they say?" "Who cares what they have to say?" the monster scoffed. "Don't worry about them. They're just as bad as your parents were." "They'll come looking for you," the little girl warned. "When they find out you killed my parents, they'll have to." The bog monster chuckled. "I'll be ready." People were shouting in the distance. The monster and the little girl glanced towards the sound. The monster quickly slithered out of the cottage with the girl in his arms, and they both disappeared into the woods he had come from.
scary stories, freaky tales, submit yours at talesfromtheboilerroom.com.